All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Monday, August 22nd, 2022. Got a pretty good slate of games that we'll go through today in Major League Baseball and give out our picks of the day on. Had a good week last week. Give me just 1 second, and I'll tell you what our record was last week. If you joined us for the UFC preview and prediction show on Friday, we also had done pretty good on the UFC over the weekend. But last week our picks were 12 and 17 overall, and our best picks of the days were 12 and 4. So excuse me. So again, we had a pretty good week last week, hoping to keep that going this week. Just 1 second, getting this shared everywhere real quick. But don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday, usually at 3 p.m. Eastern, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room, and also live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at the All Sports All Plays Network. You can also find our new Colts show tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern, Indianapolis Colts show, Horseshoe Talk, live every Monday and Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Come join us tonight for that, again on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room, and also on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at the ASAP Sports Network, All Sports All Plays Network. Also, don't forget to join us tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern tonight for Gonzo and the Judge Sports Talk. We're live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 11 p.m. Eastern. That show is also live on both the Gonzo Sports Room Network and the All Sports All Plays Network, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 p.m. Eastern. And then also tonight we have we're going to have another special show, as at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have an interview with pro wrestling superfan Marcus Fine. Will be joining us tonight at excuse me. Marcus Fine will be joining us tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern as we there we go. That's what I was looking for. But 7 p.m. Eastern for an interview. He's a pro wrestling super fan. Should be a great interview tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. Join us for that. And then also tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have a big announcement, as DCCW owner and promoter Jared Bird will be joining us for a big announcement from DCCW. So make sure you join us for that tonight. That'll take place at 8 o'clock tonight. So we got a busy day here on Gonzo at Gonzo Sports Room and at the ASAP All Sports All Plays Network. All right, let's get ready to jump right into today's games. All right, got one Major League Baseball game going on right now, and we got a game going on right now is the Chicago White Sox at the Kansas City Royals. This game is 4-3 Royals in the bottom of the fourth inning. Live odds for this game is the Royals are 1.5 run favorites. They're minus 152 on the money line. The White Sox are plus 120 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 11.5. That's again live odds on the White Sox and Royals game. Royals are up 4-3, bottom of the fourth there. Our next game that we have that'll be starting will be at 7:06 p.m. Eastern time, as you have the Cincinnati Reds at the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies are 1.5 run favorites at home. They're minus 250 on the money line. The Reds are plus 205 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 8.5 runs. Everybody knows the Reds are one of my favorite baseball teams. They have not been good at all this year. They're 48-71 on the season, 22-35 on the road. Over the last 10 games, they have a 2-5 record. They've been outscored by 7 runs, and they've been hitting 259 as a team and have a 5.11 team ERA. For the Phillies are 66-55, 33-29 at home. Over the last 10 games, they have a 4-6 record, been hitting 269 as a team and have a 4.09 team ERA. They have been outscored by 8 runs. On the mound tonight for the Reds, you'll have Sessa, who's 3-1 with a 5.50 ERA. And for the Phillies, you'll have Syndergaard, who's 7-8 with a 3.95 ERA. This is a game this is the only game I don't give a pick out because I'm a Reds fan, and I'm not going to pick against the Reds, and it's not smart to pick the Reds in this situation. So if I was going to give out a pick for this game, it would be the over the 8.5. Next game is the New York Mets at the New York Yankees. This game starts at 7:06 p.m. Eastern time as well. These are two of the better teams in baseball. I know the Yankees have been struggling here a little bit. Mets struggled a little bit there after All-Star break as well, but the Mets are 79-44 on the season. Or excuse me, actually, the Yankees the Mets are 1.5 run favorites on the road, minus 154 on the money line. The Yankees are plus 130 on the money line. Over under for this game's at 7.5. The Mets are 79-44 on the season, 39-25 on the road. Over their last 10 games, the Mets are hitting 247 as a team and have a 4.19 ERA. They have an even run differential over the last 10 games. On the mound tonight for the Mets is Scherzer, who has a 9-2 record and a 2.15 ERA. The Yankees are 74-48, 43-20 at home. But coming out of the All-Star break, the Yankees have really struggled. They are 3-7 over their last 10. As a team, they're hitting 196 and have a 3.90 team ERA. They've been outscored by 20 runs over their last 10 games. And they're going to have Herman on the mound tonight, who has a 1-10 record and a 4.45 ERA. I like the Mets tonight on the money line against the New York Yankees. Scherzer on the mound. Scherzer has been one of the best pitchers in baseball all year. Struggled a little bit his last outing. Had a bad inning, gave up a few runs there in that last inning. But other than that, still had a pretty good outing. So I like Scherzer in this start against the Yankees. Next game tonight is the Texas Rangers at the Minnesota Twins. Or excuse me, no, the next game is the Atlanta Braves at the Pittsburgh Pirates. Here I go trying to skip a game. Sorry about that. The Braves are 1.5 run favorites on the road. They are minus 198 on the money line. The Pirates are plus 166 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 9 runs. The Braves have been one of the hottest teams in baseball, especially here since the All-Star break. They are 75-48 on the season, 33-24 on the road. They are 8-2 over the last 10 games, hitting 274 as a team and have a 2.45 team ERA. They've outscored their opponents by 29 runs in those games. And the Braves are on a 6-game road win streak as well. You have the Pirates, who are 47-74, 26-33 at home, 2-8 over their last 10 games, hitting 231 as a team and having a 6.17 team ERA. They've been outscored by 24 runs in those games. On the mound tonight for the Braves will be Odorizzi, who is 4-5 with a 4.15 ERA. And on the mound for the Pirates is Contreras, who is 3-3 with a 4.02 ERA. I like the Braves in this game. Braves have been playing good baseball, so I like the Braves here on the road against the Pittsburgh Pirates. All right, next game is the Texas Rangers at the Minnesota Twins. The Twins are 1.5 run favorites at home. They're minus 210 on the money line. The Rangers are plus 176 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8 runs. The Rangers are 55-66 on the season, 28-32 on the road. As a team, they are 6-4 over their last 10 games, hitting .265 as a team and have a 2.90 team ERA. They've been outscored, they've outscored their opponents by 7 runs over their last 10 games. The Rangers they'll have Reagans on the mound for the Rangers, who has a 0-2 record and a 5.02 ERA. For the Twins, they are 62-57 on the season, 35-27 at home. They have a 5-5 record over their last 10 games, hitting .240 as a team and have a 2.80 team ERA. They've been outscored by 5 runs over their last 10 games. Or they've outscored their opponents by 5 runs over their last 10 games, On the mound tonight for the Twins is Sonny Gray. He has a 7-3 record and a 3.11 ERA. I like the Twins tonight at home with Sonny Gray on the mound. Next game we have the Los Angeles Angels at the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays are 1.5 run favorites at home. They're minus 235 on the money line. The Angels are plus 194 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 7 runs. The Angels are 52-69 on the season, 26-33 on the road. They have a 4-6 record over their last 10 games with a 203 batting average and a 4.06 team ERA. They've been outscored by 17 runs over their last 10 games. The Angels will have Davidson on the mound, who has a 2-3 record and a 6.75 ERA. For the Rays, they are 65-55, 38-23 at home, 7-3 over their last 10 games, hitting .245 as a team and have a 2.57 team ERA. They've outscored their opponents by 16 runs over the last 10 games. On the mound for the Rays will be Springs, who has a 5-3 record and a 2.52 ERA. I like the Rays to win this game, but at minus 235, there's not a whole lot of value there to take them on the money line unless you're going to maybe do it in a parlay. But the Angels have not been a great team this year. I like the Rays here at the minus 1.5. I think the Rays will win by at least 2 runs in this game. Next game, the St. Louis Cardinals at the Chicago Cubs. The Cardinals are 1.5 run favorites on the road. They're minus 164 on the money line. The Cubs are plus 138 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8.5 runs. For the Cardinals, they are 69-51 on the season, 29-30 on the road. Have a record of 8-2 over their last 10 games, hitting .307 as a team and having a team ERA of 2.90. They've outscored their opponents by 35 runs over their last 10 games. On the mound tonight for the Cardinals is Montgomery, who has a 6-3 record on the season and a 3.29 ERA. The Cardinals are on a 7-game win streak. For the Cubs, they are 52-68 on the season, 26-35 at home. The Cubs are 7-3 over their last 10, hitting .239 as a team and having a 3.33 team ERA. They've outscored their opponents by 6 runs over their last 10. On the mound tonight for the Cubs is Smiley, who has a record of 5-6 and a 3.67 ERA. I like the Cardinals to keep their winning streak going on the road tonight against the Cubs with Montgomery on the mound. Next game we have the Miami Marlins at the Oakland Athletics. The Marlins are 1.5 run favorites on the road. They're minus 144 on the money line. The Athletics are plus 122 on the money line. Over under for this game was set at 7 runs. The Marlins are 52-69 on the season, 27-36 on the road. As a team, they are 2-8 over their last 10 games, hitting 199 as a team and having a 5.07 team ERA. They've been outscored by 28 runs over their last 10 games. They will have Cabrera on the mound tonight, who is 3-1 with a 1.78 ERA. The Athletics are 45-77 on the season, 19-39 at home. Athletics are 4-6 over the last 10 games, hitting .238 as a team and having a 5.02 team ERA. They've been outscored by 17 runs over their last 10 games. They'll have Oler on the mound, who is 2-5 on the season with a 6.63 ERA. Oakland has been hitting the ball better here as of late. They've been carrying around a 210 average all season. They are hitting almost 240 over their last 10. But their ERA is at 5.02. But the same thing for the Marlins. The Marlins ERA has been way up, and they've not been hitting the ball. But with the Cabrera on the mound tonight for the Marlins, I like the Marlins on the money line on the road. Then the last game tonight in Major League Baseball, you have the Milwaukee Brewers at the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers are 1.5 run favorites, minus 275 on the money line. The Brewers are plus 225 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 8 runs. Brewers are 64-56 on the season, 33-32 on the road. They're 2-3 over their last 5 games. Lost a couple games to the Cubs over the weekend. They'll have Lauer on the mound. He has an 8-5 record on the season and a 3.58 ERA. For the Dodgers, they've been one of the best teams in baseball all season. They have an 84-36 record on the season, a 43-15 record at home, have a 4-1 record over their last 5, and they will have Urias on the mound, who is 13-6 on the season with a 2.40 ERA. I like the Dodgers to win this game, but at minus 275, it's not a whole lot of value there to take them on the money line. And the Brewers aren't a terrible team, so I really don't want to take the Brewers or give up a run and a half to the Brewers here. But what I do like here is I like with Urias on the mound, I like the under the 8 in this game. All right, that's all the Major League Baseball games for today. Do have an NFL preseason game tonight, as you have the Atlanta Falcons at the New York Jets. The Falcons are 4.5-point favorites on the road. They're minus 200 on the money line. The Jets are plus 170 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 37.5 points. Should be an interesting game tonight. Probably won't see a whole lot of the starters play. I will lean toward the Falcons at the 4.5 points, but like I said, I don't really give out picks for the preseason. Now, once the regular season starts, we'll be talking a lot of NFL football. You have some more preseason games this week on Thursday, as you have the Packers at the Chiefs, 49ers at Texans. As we're just a little over 20 days away from the NFL regular season. Can't wait for the NFL regular season to get going. All right, but what we're going to do today, since we only have, see how many baseball games were there? One. Looks like there was only 8 games. I don't give out a pick for the Reds game, so that makes it basically 7. So I'm just going to give a pick out for every game today. I like the Atlanta Braves money line over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Like I said, the Braves are on a 6-game road win streak. The Pirates have not been very good this season, so I like the Braves money line over the Pirates. I like the Mets over the Yankees. Mets have Scherzer on the mound. Yankees have Herman on the mound. Yankees have not been playing well at all. I like the New York Mets tonight on the money line against the Yankees. Then I like the Tampa Bay Rays -1.5 over the Los Angeles Angels. Also like the Minnesota Twins money line over the Rangers. The Cardinals money line over the Chicago Cubs. The Miami Marlins money line over the Oakland Athletics. And I like the Los Angeles Dodgers. I would like the under the 8 in the Dodgers and Brewers game. I think the Dodgers win the game, but like I said, there's not a whole lot of value to take them there on the money line. But I do like the Dodgers at the under the 8 in that game. So my picks for tonight: Braves money line, Mets money line, Rays -1.5, Minnesota Twins money line, St. Louis Cardinals money line, Miami Marlins money line, and the Dodgers and Brewers game under the 8. All right, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Today's going to be a little bit of a shorter show for today. There's more games tomorrow, so we'll have a longer show tomorrow. But as we get closer to the football season, we'll start breaking down all the teams and the divisions and all that stuff. We'll start that later this week. But I want to thank everybody for joining us. Don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room, and also on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at the All Sports All Plays Network, ASAP Sports. Join us today, 6 o'clock, for our Indianapolis Colts show, Horseshoe Talk, live at 6 Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room, and also live on the ASAP All Sports All Plays Network. Also tonight on the Gonzo Sports Room Network, we have an interview with wrestling superfan Marcus Fine. Come join us for that. Join us for that tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. It should be another great. It's always a great time when Mr. Fine joins the show. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight, we have a big announcement coming with DCCW, Delaware County Championship Wrestling. So come join us tonight at 8 o'clock for that. And then, of course, tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern, we have Gonzo and the Judge Sports Talk. Live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern. Join us tonight as myself and the sports judge, Jonathan Mathis, will be covering the top stories in the sports world. We have a lot to talk about tonight, covering over everything that happened over the weekend. So make sure you join us tonight for that. All right, before we get out here, I'll recap one more time. Braves money line, Mets money line, Rays -1.5, Rangers money line, the Cardinals on the money line, Marlins money line, and the Dodgers and Brewers under 8. Hope everybody has a great evening. Hope to see you on the other shows this evening. And we will see you guys tomorrow for another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Everybody have a great day and stay safe. Peace.
All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.